what's up, though, y'all? This is the Press for Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Laidback Corey. I got my co-host, Miss Lovely Tasha.
Hey.
We got a beautiful black Nubian queen.
Okay.
She's here today she stopped in the studio to get an interview, and I really want to sit down and discuss some things. She is beautiful, and she's also a poet, and we also gonna get into it. She's a hope pusher. So, but from y'all that's out there listening to this podcast and watching, I got my girl Elle. What's up? What's going on with you?
What's up? I'm glad to be here.
She's
So-
so cute, guys.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So before we get into this interview, I would like to play a song by my boy Tracer Bibb, Out of My Head. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead and play it.
All right.
It's the pro with another one.
I know you're not big on relations, but I enjoy our conversations. Bound for love, we met on solo vacations. Played it cool, but we talked on multiple occasions. When I first see you, you were a different kind of star with a different shine. I couldn't read you, but God made one thing clear, was that I need you. Your pretty face out my head. No, them dudes that you did wrong. I'm tryna take care of you. I'm a real one, no reason to be scared. No, my name is not Pharaoh. I'm not tryna let go of you. Not tryna rush to no conclusion, but you're chosen, and I'm chosen. Ay, lovable, know what I'm doing. You might doubt that, let me prove it. Catch views with me, baby. You got
What was that? I feel like that was dedicated to me.
That was my boy Tracer Bibb, Out of My Head. Somebody in here, I ain't gonna call him out, but I ain't gonna call him out. I'm not gonna say your name, but they call him Larry. So no, not Larry, Lance. He called him that. So you can't get mad at me this time. But anyways,
Okay.
what's been going on with you?
I have a lot of little stuff going on with me. Recently, I just attended the Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit, and it was an amazing opportunity. Third year coming.
I seen that. And I also see you took a picture with Megan Thee Stallion,
I
too.
feel like she my first
Ew.
cousin. I feel like she my first. I've been a Hottie fan for years. Back when she did the Cypher, like back in 2016, 2017, I was rocking with her beforehand. But when she was like under, not signed, none of that, I was just feeling it. So yeah,
So
I'm
you
not
ba-
a rapper, but
So you basically,
like-
basically grew up with her, basically. Yep.
yeah, I was following her success and her come up. So
You know what's so dope? When you get to meet the person that you always liked it, and their personality is really what you think it is. That's really dope. Like, it's just dope. Like, it seemed like she got a good personality. Like, when she took, y'all took that picture, it did seem like y'all was like,
homies.
yes, man, yes. So, tell us about this deep chocolate, this poetry.
No. I'm gonna do an ASMR channel, but y'all get that later. No, but with Deep Chocolate, I kind of wanted to do this interesting approach on explaining the Black experience and comparing it to the cocoa process. So that is something that I was just like, you know what, I want a Black appreciation poem, without the, I don't want it to feel like I'm, listening to Roots. But I want to talk about like Black people as beautiful and talk about the struggles in a creative way. So
Is it okay if we can play a little bit of it?
yeah, play it.
Alrighty.
Blazing sun rays, beaming, piercing from outer space, gently illuminating its shine to love on your beautiful dark skin. Nature's indebtedness from the earth's kin, dirt. adorning the disregarded with the ability to birth new worlds of beauty. Have you ever beheld the glorious, the ground brown pigments under your feet? Seeds of potential planted inside you, often forgotten out in earth in its alluring beauty because of you. God above created and crafted you in all your beautiful intricacies to mirror its glory. You are very good. You are the artistry that is the clearest depiction of God's nature in human form. The very essence of your skin is reminiscent of the cocoa dried fields in Ghana and the Ivory Coast. The sun kisses you, but leaves a long-lasting impression with your pigments. See, your complexion changes with the subtle changes from the closeness and distance from the sun. Everyone loves chocolate, but doesn't understand its process. See, it's placed outside its shell, kneaded, heated, and cooled. Chocolate comes in every shade, but the flavor is desired by all.
Yes, that made me feel like I could just go out here and just conquer the world. That made me feel good.
That is so great. So can I ask you a question off that? Do you think dark-skinned models get treated fairly as light-skinned models?
Ooh, I feel like in the most recent years, it's been becoming a requirement for different, businesses and companies to embrace dark skin. It's almost kind of like with this trend culture, dark skin models is like, oh, you got to have a dark skinned one. And I've always felt as a child like I was beautiful. My father's dark skin, my mom's like more fair complexion, but like I've always felt like, wow, like I'm beautiful, and everything else. And I just want, this to be about not only just the different shades of complexion from deep chocolate to light chocolate, white chocolate, but I just wanted the Black people to feel like this was like a kiss and a hug. So I just wanted people to feel the warmth and the embrace of just adoration and appreciation. So, yeah.
Can I give you my honest opinion on dark-skinned women? Y'all are the most beautiful. Like, it's like when I see dark, like chocolate models, it's like a masterpiece. It's an art.
Oh, thank you.
Like when I seen the movie, The Woman King, it was a great. That was a really great picture, and it's like, it wasn't colorist. It was straight, beautiful Black Nubian queens just taking over. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the light skin, but it's like dark skin. It's just y'all stand out. Like it's like a sore thumb, and it's art. It's artistry, and I like that when I see like yourself, and that's why I reach out to you, because I like what you do. I like that your confidence level is up like 10 times high, and that's why I reached out to you, and I want to continue to tell you, just keep doing what you're doing, and I mean the future, it can be bright for you if you don't turn the light out.
Oh, that was deep.
Right.
That was a bar.
When I see dark skinned women, it's just because my mother is chocolate, and that's the most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on. Question. That's the first one. So, far as chocolate. Now vanilla is my wife, but we just talk about that.
Wife.
Yeah. So, but to say that is this that please continue doing what you're doing. Because we need more artistry. And speaking of artistry, tell us about this good poetry that you do.
Oh, I did. I've actually been writing poetry since I was in middle school, and I'm actually a singer, but I don't, not right now.
Okay.
I kind of put like a little pause on like singing, temporarily. But I've been writing since I've been a kid. It's always been a passion of mine. I actually in my free time write raps, but no, I'm not gonna do anything with that right now.
I mean, you can always be a songwriter.
I know. I want to be a ghostwriter, like a dope ghostwriter for somebody one day. But I can write different styles and everything else. So it's all through poetry. It's just been my heart, my way of self-expression, all that jazz. So I'm actually dropping my Detroit Summers Groove project, and it's going to feature, the one poem is called Detroit Summers Groove. I actually performed it live with S-Boy, live TV. I know you might have seen him on Instagram. If not, I'll send it to you. But I performed the Detroit Summers Groove, but I have other projects on there as well. Like I have one called Dexter Daydreaming because I grew up in the Dexter Ave. But like I said, I was in the house, so I'm not affiliated at all. But
So what give you the fearless confidence every day to do the things that you do?
I literally kind of talk about it in my project, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it. But I feel like it's a different kind of sauce and confidence that Detroiters have.
It is.
I don't know if it's Detroit public schools or like just growing up in like the city, and like it's kind of like one of those things where you walk in a room and everybody got to sit up straight, because it's like when you come from nothing, you create everything. Like I always say that, and that's a part of my poem. That's a line from my poem, Detroit Mood, that's coming out. But when you come from nothing and you go to other cities like Atlanta, other places that have so many other programs, so many other resources, it's like when you walk around your city and you see nothing, and, growing up seeing nothing, now we see different developments now, but it's like growing up seeing nothing, seeing grass, like grass super high because the city taxes is paid, but they're not going to come and cut it. Mm-hmm. And you're walking past all these different environments. So it's just like, I got to get out of Detroit, but if I'm getting out of Detroit, I'm about to put on for my city. And I literally live by that because it's like, I just feel like, being a part of this city, it just gives me so much confidence to be who I am.
And those are facts, because two areas I wanted to hit on, like, I was having that conversation with my daughter. It's just crazy. Like, even growing up in a city, like, if you go to a school in a city, like, it's like we have to overcome so much, like, little stuff like libraries. Yeah. Like, there's no real libraries in most Detroit public schools. You know what I mean? It's like the kids, if you walking home from school, you walking past liquor stores, you walking past drug addicts, you walking past vacant lots, but then they're supposed to have the same mentality as somebody that lives in the suburbs and has a huge book of libraries and, walking home and passing beautiful playgrounds, and it's a completely different mindset, but we still got to get it. You know what I mean? We still got to get to the same level that these other people are expected to get to. So I love that you said that. And when you travel, you know a Detroit person when you travel. It's just that swag that we have. It is the way we dress, carry ourselves. Like, it's a beautiful thing, and I definitely see it in you for sure.
And speaking of what you just said, then to Lovely T, a lot of people want to be us too, though.
Ooh, they do.
A lot of people want to be Detroiters, and they start. I'm sorry, but they start style stealing and all that stuff. But you don't have to, because Detroit is open arms. Yeah. This place is with open arms. But I like a photo shoot that you took the other day. It was a video. It's a little short video. It started on they showed the sign of Grand River. Yeah. That photo shoot was dope. How long did it take you to shoot that?
Under an hour. It was with Good Media, and I just started working with him recently, and we have some other projects, but it was just kind of like, honestly, collabing with like local like videographers, photographers. I'm so appreciative of his like creative vision. And like, I'm pretty quick. It's like, you just give me a vision, I'm gonna just roll with it. But it was just really, really cool. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna show a little bit of my swag, because I just feel like I've been kind of, the past few weeks, a few months, honestly, just been in the house working on so many other projects around literacy. So I'm glad you mentioned the whole piece about the libraries. Yeah. So my nonprofit is Books for Bonding, but we're going through a rebranding. So it's all about literacy, education, access. Beautiful. So it's going to be all on my page, but yeah.
I think it's very important by you, because I see, this is when I know confidence. A lot of people talk about plus size models, but plus size models are beautiful. Are beautiful and skin deep. And like I said, I think it's good that you reach out to the women that's dealing with that type of pressure of being afraid because of body shaming. And I think that what you do is a woman will look at you and be like, nah, I ain't afraid no more. And like I said, it's a good thing because Lizzo does it, but she's going about it a little bit too extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a little raunchy, and what I feel about that is she almost makes you look at plus size in a negative way, almost, kind of, to me. Like how she does it, it's a little on the, like, just because you're plus size or, like, that doesn't mean that you have to be, I don't know, she's just a little too out there for me.
It's so funny. The whole night, like when you mentioned the like video shoot, they were like, "You remind me of Lizzo, but I like your swag better." And I'm just like, I get that all the time, that my features or like my facial features are similar to Lizzo. I personally don't see it, but they always say like,
I mean,
she's a beautiful girl.
Yeah, I see some similarities, but one thing y'all do have in common, y'all both are from Detroit.
yes.
That's one thing y'all do have similarities of. If you don't see that, then that's fine. But that y'all are both similar. Y'all both from Detroit. So that's, so that's one thing they can say that's very factual. And what's very factual is, y'all both actually got something else in common. Y'all both confident.
And creative.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you got the sauce, baby. You got the sauce.
I appreciate it.
So, you just, because I know I'm not too confident. Because if I take off this shirt, belly everywhere, I'm just ready to go bite a donut. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
You got to own it. You got to own it. Take off that shirt, eat your donut.
You mess around and get a donut sponsorship. Okay.
Yeah, sprinkles.
Oh, Lord.
Don't knock it till you try it, honey. So what's new?
Oh my goodness. I have so many like really, really exciting things coming. I'm thinking about, I don't know if I can say this. I might be signing with an agency, so we'll see. I don't want to speak on it too soon, but I might be signing with an agency and when it comes to the modeling side of everything. But when it comes to just me all the way around, my nonprofit, we're going through like a name change. So you're going to see some rebranding. I'm going to be posting it, adding it to my bio. It's so many awesome things that I plan on doing with my city. I've been working behind the scenes. I'm just trying to get, myself back up. But I kind of started being, I started my nonprofit, when I was like in high school with my sister, my best friend. We're co-founders. She's now in like Colorado. So we're, relaunching this back from 2014. We started off with actually like Usher Raymond's nonprofit, Usher's New Look. That's why we kind of named our program Books for Bonding. For the IV stands for like Usher Raymond IV, because he was our mentor for so many years when it comes to philanthropy, giving back to the community and everything. So it's my time to put my stamp on my city when it comes to like my nonprofit. So we're going to do some really cool things when it comes to rebranding and renaming it for, what's relevant today.
So I'm looking at your stuff. I love your swag. Like, I love your style. I love it. So what do you, sometimes when you're not like the standard size, especially boutiques and everything, I feel like they just make everything for one size. So where's your go-to? Like, you got to pick something up, get an outfit. Like, where are you going?
I shop everywhere. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I literally will go to any random boutique. Like, if I want, like, maybe, like, a random fabric that I want to make into a belt, I'll, like, go to maybe, like, a fabric store, Joann's, or I'll go to a thrift store if I need something very unique really, really fast. I just feel like I learned to dress for my size and what complements my size the best. Just so, I can look snatched or whatever. No, but dressing for your size is so important. And it kind of like made me, I did a little styling work here and there, but yeah, that's one thing I just kind of like, anything that I can find. Like, I love a good bargain. I'm not the type of person, I know Detroit is very icy. They're very like gaudy when it comes to clothes and everything else. I love to dress, but I love a good discount as well.
Okay.
Right, you want to work smarter, not harder.
I know that's right.
Right, so quick question, and you probably can kind of act off to this because y'all both are beautiful women. Why do you women go in the dang on shoe store and be in there for hours and come out with one box of shoe. I'm sick of y'all. Please answer that
one
now.
shoe store for hours?
Yes.
I do be in there for hours.
See, I'm not a shopper. So that goes.
Okay, with me, what makes me stay in the store so long? I throw my AirPods in, and then I'm, looking at my pictures of my outfits on my phone because I like take pictures of my outfits to create a full look. Or then I'll be like, okay. And then sometimes I'm like going through like some songs to kind of get myself hyped up while I'm shopping so I can feel like a baddie while I'm looking for shoes. And then I try on something, then I'll be like, do I need this? Then I have to walk around the store in it just to make sure they like give what they need to give or whatever. But one thing that I just like, honestly, waste time. I do. I was going to make something elaborate.
Waste time? Like what?
Because I'm the type of person, I want to take my time. I don't want to feel rushed. And then I just like, for example, say if it's like some really good music in my headphones, I just want to take my time and let me just check out this aisle. Let me try on the gym shoes, or let me try on the boots. I just love the dress up of it all. I used to play dress up as a kid. I just love dress up. So sometimes I take a little long, but if I'm on the go, I can go in and out. I'm polar opposite sometimes. If I have time on my hands and I have like nothing else to do, no meetings, no schedules, I'll be in there like an hour and a half, 2 hours just to look for shoes. Then if I have like a something where I have an engagement, I'm like, I done already called the lady, made the purchase over the phone.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I cannot stand it. I'm already looking online to see what I want, calling. Do y'all got it? Y'all got the size? Like, I can't. I'm not a shopper. I hate shopping. I do.
I love online shopping, though, for clothes. But shoes, I can take time for shoes. I got time.
Why you all in our business, Corey?
Because y'all get on my nerves when y'all do that. That's why I'm in your business. Sure. Why I'm all in your business. Sure. Y'all take too long. You be out there sweating in the car. It be hard. You come out with one pair of shoes. Do it again here.
Well, go in the store. Go in the store with her.
Yeah. No.
See?
No.
Get your ass out the car.
No, because I'm not gonna go there. But I'm not. You got a time limit. You ain't out the store. You ain't out the store by a certain time. I will pull off on you.
No.
So, Elle, you got a lot going on. What's your love life looking like? What?
My love is looking like
What are
getting
we
to the
doing?
bag. Love is looking like that was horrible. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That was not a freestyle. No, my love life is honestly play the violin. No, I'm joking.
Cause listen, sometimes
You got a violin on there. No, just playing.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. It does.
Mhm. All right, that's the answer. So she is single, fellas out there listening.
Wait, she ain't say she was single, faithful, man.
That's what it
Cheating?
sounds like.
I'm single. I'm single.
We
Oh,
here.
okay, because
I
you
can
showed
say
an
I'm
answer.
single. I'm single.
Don't get in trouble.
I'm single.
Oh, okay.
I'm single. I am single. I'm single.
Okay, fellas. I'm the plug. I'm just here to, do God's work.
This ain't,
Okay,
Go
guys,
ahead.
Warren.
this ain't no damn date show, hater.
Next
ain't no date show.
question.
So quick question. When is your next photo shoot?
I actually have one this weekend with the same Good Media, the same company. You can just go to that post when I was doing a little ad with Lip Bar. Go to that post and you'll be able to see his information. He's dope, fantastic, visionary, creative. Plugging you.
Yeah.
If you hear this, I'm plugging you. But I do it this weekend. Some really cool concepts. I don't want to say too much because, I'm just saying.
Okay. For the people that's watching this podcast show and they want to get in touch with Elle, how can they do so?
They can follow me at Tea Time with Elle. Honestly, the DMs is, I'm not one of those people that's like, do not DM me. I am a very nice person. Just don't refrain from the nudes.
You get news? Hold on, wait.
Sometimes.
Okay.
I'm just like, whoa. I mean, nah.
Just bam.
Disrespectful. No,
Wow.
I'm a human being. But no, honestly, you can just reach out to me. I'm a nice person. I think I'm a nice person. But no, just DM me, comment, yeah, that's how to contact me. I am going to put my email up. So just follow the Tea Time with Elle _ and reach out.
Well, we'd like to thank you for coming on to the show. And I thank you for answering to me, too, because some
Yes,
people
it
be
was a
like,
pleasure.
right, some people be like, man, don't hit me up. I want to be on. No, I want to get interviewed. I want no dang on show.
Why you
I'm
keep saying that?
No, because
Why
I'm
do you-
because a
It's
lot of people in
crazy.
Detroit is just very like,
They
oh,
do that,
you need
though.
to pay me, and I'm like, you know what? You need to say if you're a hustler and if you're trying to get your brand out there, take every opportunity to get your brand forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I'm never too big, too small to, you know, for example, collab with somebody and get on their platform that they're opening up to me to be able to further my brand and put myself out there. Because if you really want to get exposure, you got to put yourself out there. So I ain't funny acting.
All advertisements, good advertisement.
Well, like,
Oh, that's right.
right. Like, once again, like I said, thank you for coming on the show, and we really appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank y'all. I felt like I was at home or whatever.
Right. You are at home with us. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Into the Press for Conversation Hotel.
Oh.
So, for the people out there that's watching this podcast show, this is the Press for Conversation podcast. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Please do so. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got my beautiful co-host, the lovely Tasha, and we got the Miss Beautiful Black Manubian Queen.
Oh,
Yes.
LW. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We catch y'all later. Peace.
bye.